Today's match between England and Sri Lanka was not about big sixes or massive totals. It was about character, pressure, and smart cricket. In a low-scoring and tightly fought contest, Sam Curran once again proved why he is one of England's most dependable all-rounders, guiding his team to a hard-earned 12-run victory. Let's begin with England's batting performance. England were put under pressure right from the start. The Sri Lankan bowlers came in with a clear plan: bowl tight lines, attack the stumps, and never allow England to settle. The pitch offered some assistance, and the bowlers made full use of it. The standout performer with the ball was undoubtedly Dushmantha Chameera. His spell of 5 wickets for 24 runs was nothing short of sensational. He consistently bowled at good pace, hit the hard lengths, and forced the batters into mistakes. Alongside him, Matisha Pathirana used his unique sling action effectively, finishing with 2 for 27, while Mahesh Theekshan applied the breaks in the middle overs with 1 for 16. England kept losing wickets at regular intervals. Partnerships never really developed, and the scoreboard pressure kept building. Jos Buttler tried to counterattack with 25 runs off 21 balls, but even he couldn't convert his start into a big innings. At this difficult stage, Sam Curran emerged as the pillar of England's batting. Curran's knock of 58 off 48 balls was not a typical T20 innings. There were no reckless shots, no unnecessary risks. Instead, it was an innings built on patience, awareness, and responsibility. He read the situation perfectly, knowing that survival and strike rotation were more important than boundary hitting. Curran picked his moments carefully, found the gaps, and kept the scoreboard ticking. As wickets fell around him, he stayed calm and focused, guiding England to 128 for 9 in 20 overs. It may not have been a huge total, but under the circumstances, it was competitive, and that was entirely because of Sam Curran. Now let's talk about Sri Lanka's chase. Chasing 129, Sri Lanka knew they didn't need to panic. The required run rate was manageable, and the target was well within reach if they batted sensibly. The openers started positively, with Pathum Nissanka playing an aggressive cameo of 23 off just 12 balls, putting England under early pressure. Kusal Mendes played the role of the anchor, scoring 26 off 26 balls. At one point, Sri Lanka looked slightly ahead in the game. The match was evenly balanced, and England desperately needed breakthroughs. That's when England's bowlers stepped up. The biggest turning point came through Jacob Bethel, who produced a sensational spell. In just 3.3 overs, he took 4 wickets for only 11 runs, completely changing the course of the match. His bowling was accurate, fearless, and full of intent. Every delivery asked a question, and the Sri Lankan batters had very few answers. Bethel's spell broke Sri Lanka's rhythm and created panic in the middle order. Supporting him brilliantly was Will Jacks, who picked up 3 wickets for 14 runs, using clever variations and smart changes of pace. Luke Wood also played his part, finishing with 1 for 13, keeping things tight at the death. As wickets continued to fall, Sri Lanka struggled to build any partnerships. Batters like Janeth Leonaj, who scored 17 off 19 balls, tried to steady the innings, but the pressure kept increasing. England's fielding was sharp, their energy was high, and their bowling plans were executed perfectly. Eventually, Sri Lanka were bowled out for 116 in 19.3 overs, falling 12 runs short of the target. This match truly belonged to Sam Curran. He was deservedly named Player of the Match for his match-winning knock, and Player of the Series for his consistent all-round performances throughout the series. Even though his bowling figures today were quiet, his leadership, composure, and influence on the game were clearly visible. What made this victory special for England was not just the result, but the way they won. They defended a small total with discipline, teamwork, and belief. Young players like Jacob Bethel showed immense promise, while experienced players like Curran guided the team in crucial moments. In conclusion, this game reminded us why cricket is such a beautiful sport. It's not always about big scores or star power. Sometimes it's about handling pressure, trusting your skills, and stepping up when your team needs you the most. England did exactly that, and at the heart of it all was Sam Curran, leading from the front. A hard-fought win, a deserved series victory, and a performance to remember.